Hey beautiful people, I'm Juliet. I know that for the past 8 years or something like that, I've been so on and off on YouTube. I've had strong moments, I've had weak moments in the sense of posting. First of all, last year was all about updating you guys on the months of my first year here in Texas, right? Now I'm no longer on my first year. I am currently on my second year in the making. If you didn't see my last video that I posted recently, hopefully by the time I post this video, it's still recent. Kind of just talking to a camera and posting and sharing my story and being very blunt about my walk with the Lord. I think there's something really therapeutic about it for me. There's something really cool that I just find a lot of just freedom in doing. But then from that video, I received a lot of just very beautiful messages from a lot of friends and even people that I don't know that were just blessing me a lot. People were just blessed by me opening up in the car and doing my makeup, and that really just spoke to me about how easy it is now to reach people. This video, I want to talk about the time that you spend away with the Lord versus the time that you spend sharing what the Lord is doing, if that is something that you'd want to do. My hiding time was not so much a choice, it was almost forced on me, where I lost every desire to share what I was walking through because it was something I could not put into words. And even though I had the desire of creating and talking about it, I just couldn't. Like, I felt in my heart I just couldn't talk about it. It was so fresh. It was so heavy on me that I didn't know how to properly express in words what I was going through. And that's okay, everybody goes through highs and lows. For me, although I had the desire of creating because it's an outlet for me, I genuinely couldn't do it. And it forced me to have one outlet, and that was Jesus. What I've learned the past maybe 2 years, because I've talked about this a few times, is I live and talk for myself. Creating had become such a huge part of my identity, and it's still a huge part of my identity. Like, if you ask me top 5 things that you are, creator is always going to be on the top 5 of things I am. So it became such a big part of my identity that when I wasn't doing it, I almost felt like lost. A huge part of who I am is loving Jesus, is being so passionate about Jesus, is being in love dearly with the Lord. And sometimes, as much as God gave me that gift, that could get in the way of really just spending that time with him, because this is so therapeutic and this is so whatever. And he's like, no, I want to be your outlet. And so I lost that desire. And so as I talk about it, it's like, creators, please don't allow your creativity and your gifting to get in the way of your intimacy with the Lord. He is a jealous God in a sense of he doesn't want anything to get in the way of you reaching him and him reaching you. And so he'll move things out of the way, and sometimes it feels like he's invading our space, but he does that out of so much love because he desires time with us. Something that I learned, a long time ago, and I started to see the Lord invading my privacy as such a gift, because I think about everything he's done. I think about the reality of who God is. He is the creator of all things. He spoke the sun and the moon into existence. In a blink of an eye, it was done. That same God that literally tells the water, do not go past this point. With his mouth, he controls everything. That same God desires to spend time with me. That same God is so passionate about me that he'll move things out of the way just to get to me. He doesn't have to. He could totally be prideful if he wanted to and get away with it, because he is God, but he's not. He is so humble, and he's still I want to spend time with you, and if things are getting in the way, I have no problem getting that out of the way. That is how good of a father and of a friend he is. That's what happened this past few months. I wanted to run to songwriting. I wanted to run to creativity. I wanted to even run to worship, which became such an outlet for me. And he said, no. I need to be enough. I need to suffice everything. I want to become everything for you. As I look back, it's really cool to reflect in these times of hardship, how easy we want to run to things that make us comfortable. That doesn't always have to be people, because we're always talking about it in a romantic way, you're running to that person, or you're running to the toxic friendship. But there's things in your life that you can run to that have nothing to do with other people, that God also has to remove to spend time with you. As I'm reflecting, and I'm so grateful for this outlet, and I'm so grateful that I feel peace to come back and share all these things. This could benefit anybody, really. But creators, please seek the creator. It's crazy what happens when you stop seeking creativity and start seeking the creator of all things. Like, I'll give you an example. Today is Friday, but on Monday, it snowed really bad where I lived, and I was stuck. I was, stuck inside of my home, and it was 4 days of nothing but me and reading my Bible. And I went super deep into Hebrews, which I was already reading. And in that time, it would have been perfect for me to sit and edit. It would have been perfect for me to sit and write a song. It would have been so good for me to sit and do some graphics. But I decided to spend that time just reading my Bible. Not so much seeking creativity and seeking outlets and being like, I have time that I don't have when I'm working. I'm gonna get all these things done. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna spend this time reading my Bible because I have this deep desire. It wasn't like I needed to check this box of like, I'm gonna read my Bible today, check. It was like, God, I wanna know you better because I love you and because I wanna know you. And I spent the rest of the 4 days just reading Hebrews, studying Hebrews, and genuinely asking the Lord for revelation, right? And the Lord spoke and it was amazing. So then I would spend the whole day, and then at night I would get these bursts of wanting to edit and wanting to create and wanting to whatever, and I would go and do it. That's when I posted that video, which I had to film like 3 weeks before I posted it because I had no desire to edit. I had no desire to create anything. It was just like, okay, I filmed it, I'll edit it at some point. Now looking back, it's funny that I was seeking the creator, and then all of a sudden this burst of creativity came to me, and it was the perfect timing because that's when that video needed to be posted. I don't mean to over spiritualize everything, but it's the simplicity of seeking one thing versus the other. Seeking creator versus creativity. There's a big difference, and it makes a huge shift in how you even create stuff. If you're a believer and also have a deep passion for creating, we can fall into this trap of, because it's God's gift to us, we feel like we must do it. We feel like we must create. We feel like we're nothing without creating it. Although we might not say that necessarily, it's a feeling that we feel like, we didn't create something, and it's like you don't feel like you did enough today. But when you seek Him, He's the one that gives ideas in the first place. And when you seek Him not for what He can give, but because of who He is, He's gonna wanna give to us even more. And that's what I've experienced the past 2 days. Literally, I'm filming this on day 3 of just genuinely having this hunger to create and to make something and to talk to the camera. And I feel like a lot of that is I've been seeking the creator a little bit more in my hiding time and in my intimacy. This has really truly blessed me, and I feel like I'm in a journey of true growth with the Lord. And then I get to pour it out, not only share the knowledge and share what the Lord is doing, but do it in a way that I'm passionate about, which is filming and editing and turning on the camera and all those things. What I learned is creativity doesn't come from you. That's the honest truth. You didn't gift yourself the ability to create. Yeah, you can work towards being a better creator, but at the end of the day, that's a gift from heaven. I hope this encourages you to seek Jesus, not because you want something from Him, but because you want to know Him. It's beautiful what I've been able to learn about Him, and I'm having this deep burden and passion for Jesus, while at the same time, this overwhelming burden and want to make things. I hope this encourages you. I just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit about things that I'm learning. And yeah, if this blessed you, if this encouraged you in any way, give it a thumbs up. And I appreciate you guys for clicking and watching. If you want to follow me on social media, I left it all during the video, somewhere on the video, and it's also going to be linked down below. I believe in you. I think you're amazing, and I believe in the Lord's purpose in your life. If no one has ever told you that, let me be the first person. You have an amazing calling on your life. Jesus loves you so much. It's so cliche, but it is so true. And He wants the best for you. And there's a truck driving by, and it's really annoying because I'm trying to be holy and cool, and it's not working. So I love you guys. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye.